Now it's time to make a nice beach cruiser out of a pineapple. It was pretty cool. I liked making that one. Wherever we have the top of the pineapple, just twist it off, okay, and discard that. Just want to see which one has like the nicest sides, because if you look at the car, I kind of used the skin of the pineapple a little bit for that wood paneling, you know, that usually the older cars have. So what I do is, just to make it flat, I just cut the bottom off, kind of look at it. Is that the way I wanted it? And the answer is yes. As you see, I started here really skinny, then kind of curved and straight to the back. So this is the straight part. I make a mark so that both sides are straight in, you know, when you go forward. And I just go cutting. And then the last part, I just, you know, go like that. So I just made the mark. So when I start peeling the pineapple, I'll just cut to that mark. See, and then it comes right off. And just do the whole pineapple like that. And I try to go a little bit deeper so it's kind of smoother. And this is maybe a part that mom and dad has to help out just a little bit. So at this moment we're just taking off the skin, and then later on we're just going to shape the hood a little bit. But for me it's a little easier to get to that point. Okay, so we were here. Let's go all the way straight. Now. Okay, so that's pretty smooth. Now we come to, you know, where the roof is. So I think the roof should be about like halfway up to the pineapple. So what I just do is just make a diagonal cut a little bit. And then I just think it would be about that. So, go almost where you made that cut, and if it's not all the way, go again. And just kind of shave off a little bit those leaves. And don't worry about this part, because we're gonna put our headlights and it will look okay. Now that you have the basic shapes, you know, you can just kind of round things a little bit. You don't want it to make it look like a shoebox. Well, it looks pretty good. Okay, the next step is I want to make the wheel wells. So again, I put this thing on its side. I'm going to use Kiwis for that. I just want to see where I was going to place them. So just cut the top and the bottom off the Kiwi. Okay, so those are kind of cool wheels. And I learned with the previous cars, you know, this one is a little bit of ripe, so you want to use a little bit of a greener Kiwi for the wheels, because otherwise it looks like you get a flat tire. Usually I cut mine freehand. You don't want to go all the way through the pineapple, but oh, that's pretty cool. You know, and that worked out okay. So let's do the other one. And sometimes you know, you can buy a smaller Kiwi, so it's a little bit more to the proportion of the size of the car. So we got wheel wells on this side. Let's do it on this one as well. Some pretty cool stuff. Now what I usually like to do, grab a couple of toothpicks, and I like to place the wheel in there so I can just kind of pin them in. Just don't want to push too far that you go through it. Just pull it back a little bit, and then I just do it in a zigzag pattern. See, and now they're pretty sturdy on there. So I'll do that again with the other one. Just stick them in there like that, and the other way like that. Sometimes people put a skewer in there through there, but I figure if they go in there like that, they're a little sturdier than just one toothpick through the axle. So that's just my personal preference. Just push it through there like that, and like that. Cool. So we got the beginning of our car. Now mine that I put over here had a really cool surfboard. So what I did is I grabbed the mango and I get, like, you know, with a little bit of color, you know, the area there, and I just cut that off the pit there. Okay. And I started to kind of shape the size of the surfboard. Okay. And that looks okay, but surfboards are never that thick. So what I just usually do is grab the surfboard and cut some of that fruit out. Now they're never that curvy either, so what I sometimes do is stick in a toothpick to keep it a little bit more flat. So when you place it on there, it's pretty cool. Now, easy way just to have it on there is just toothpick in there and then place it on there. Pretty cool. Okay, now I thought we have still some area left, so I take off the fruit, and this is awesome to eat. And then I like to cut that nice and straight. Okay, and then in an angle, and you kind of see how long you want it. And sometimes kitchen shears are an easy thing. You can lay them on there and just see from how long you need it. Okay. Then I do the same thing with the other one. That's nice. So it's time for the headlight. I like to trim it just a little bit more on this side. It's a little bit too green. Most of it we're gonna cover up with the grape. So we got a grape. Just cut 1/3 of it off or so. You know, it looks pretty cool like that. Stick in a toothpick where some of the wood will be exposed at the front, and then it's pretty easy. You just push the grape on there and it'll stick. Do that with the other one as well. Okay, that's pretty cool. And we can do the same thing with the back of the vehicle as well. From the grape off, touch it to the back, and that's our beach cruiser.